welcome Winston Ave Clan. This is Brucefeegs talking about the new strategy for attacking during the clan wars. The goal of this strategy is that we get the maximum number of stars. Not that each person gets a maximum number of stars themselves, so a two-star attack and a two-star attack. We would rather they get a three-star attack and a zero-star attack, because the goal is that if we can get 3 stars on as many of the enemy clan as possible, then we end up winning the war and we all get the war loot. So that's the goal. So the way I want to do it is for us to first of all divide our clan and their clan into 3 cohorts of 10. So assuming we're going with 30 players, we have the first cohort. Cohort A is people who are ranked 1 through 10. Cohort B are people who are ranked 11 through 20, and cohort C are people who are ranked 21 through 30. And so we see that we've broken them up into these color-coded cohorts. A cohort is a group of people. Now, what we want to do then is think about the different responsibilities. As a clan, we want to have responsibility to get 3 stars on all of the enemy cohort B and C. So everyone from 11 through 30, they have to get 3 stars. And then try to get as many stars as possible on enemy cohort A. So we have to then break that down into the 3 different responsibilities for each cohort. So cohort C, your responsibility is purely reconnaissance. Your job is to hit enemy cohort C and find out what the defenses are and find out what's in their clan castles, and if you do that, your job is done. That's all you have to do. Now, if you happen to get any 3-star attacks on anyone in cohort C, that's great. That's a bonus that helps us out, and we'll show you in a moment how to do that. Cohort B, your responsibility is to clean up enemy cohort C. Get 3 stars on everyone from 21 through 30. And then, if you can also happen to get any 3-star attacks on anyone in cohort B, that's also awesome. That helps us out. Now, cohort A responsibility, sorry, we have a spelling mistake here. Cohort A responsibility, you need to get 3-star attacks on all of enemy cohort B. Everyone in here needs to have 3 stars on them. And then, with your second attack, you can try to get as many stars as possible on their cohort A. Alright? So your individual responsibility, everyone needs to, unless you are our cohort C, your job is to get 3 stars on one enemy. Alright? Not 2 and 2. You have to get 3 stars on one of them. What you do with your second attack, that's just a bonus. It'd be great if you get 3 and 3, but at least get 1 3. 2 and 2 doesn't help us. Alright, that makes sense? So here's what we're going to do. We're going to split the 24-hour attack round into 3 different rounds. Round 1 is hours 0 through 4. Round 2, hours 4 through 8. Round 3, hours 8 through 16. And round 4, hours 16 through 24. So what I've shown here is what I'd like to see happen, and then possible scenarios of the amount of stars we're going to get. Somewhat optimistic, but who knows, maybe we can do this on the next attack. So here's what we do. Round 1, as soon as the war starts, cohorts C and B go to work. Alright, so anyone from 21 through 30 does a certain type of attack, and anyone from 11 through 20 does another attack. So here's what cohort C does. The first thing you do is survey enemy cohort C. And survey means you're attacking them. But we don't want to just attack the person who's a recommended enemy. What I want you to do is attack in a smart way. So our number 21 hits their number 30. Our number 22 hits 29, 23 hits 28, etc., all the way up until number 30 hits 21. And what's going to happen when we do that? Well, 21 may actually get 3 stars when they attack number 30, so let's hope they do. And 22 might get 3 stars on 29, etc. And then as we start going up, we're going to get less and less stars. But that's just for the first 4 hours. That's okay. Alright? The point is, we're going to try to get a few 3-star attacks, and with the rest of our attacks, we're finding out what kind of defenses these guys have. While this is happening, our B is doing the same thing to the enemy cohort B. So 11 is attacking 20, 12 is attacking 19, 13 is attacking 18, etc. But you actually have 8 hours to do that. So the first 4 hours, half of you guys attack. The next 4 hours, the other half attacks, until by the end of 8 hours, our cohort B has fully surveyed the cohort B from the enemy. All right. So that's what's happening. Cohort C surveys enemy cohort B surveys enemy cohort B, and we're doing it in this way: 21 hitting 30, 11 hitting 20, etc. All right. If we get some 3 stars, that's great. It's a bonus. That's round 1. Then round 2 comes. Round 2, our cohort C has to use their second attack. At this point, you want to try to get as many stars as possible on the enemy cohort C. So maybe the guys who got 3 stars down here come up and get us 3 stars here, and maybe 2 stars here. Our number 30, he's not going to be able to do much, but just do the best you can. But stay within your cohort. So hopefully at the end of the first 8 hours, enemy C, maybe 4 of them have 3 stars in them, some of them have 2, some of them have 1, but all of them have been hit at least once, so that we know what's there. And meanwhile, our cohort B is finishing their first round of attacks, okay? So they have finished surveying enemy cohort B. Okay, so now we see at the end of 8 hours, we've got a few 3 stars here and some 2s and 1s and 0s, and that's okay, because we know now what's in there. So what's the total? We end up with quite a few damage here at the end of 4 hours, quite a few stars. All right, at that point, cohort C is done attacking. They've done both of their attacks. Now we go to round 3. This is hours 8 through 16. Here, our cohort B finishes off, gets 3 stars on all of enemy's cohort C. So we come in here, all these already have 3, so we're not going to attack them, but 26 and up, we're going to attack them and make sure we get 3 stars on them. All right? Nail them. We've got to get 3 stars. But then we've still got a few people who have a second attack. What I'd like them to do is start hitting the members of cohort B who don't have 3 stars. So maybe we'll get a couple more 3 stars here. That's terrific. All right? So that is what cohort B is doing during 8 hours 8 through 16. Meanwhile, cohort A is surveying cohort A from the enemy. So cohort A, these guys, 1 is attacking 10, 2 is attacking 9, 3 is attacking 8, etc. And so maybe we'll get a few 3 stars, we'll get some 2 stars, we'll get 0 stars. But once again, we know what the enemy has in their clan, in their cohort A. Alright, so that's hours 8 through 16. At the end of round 3, cohort B is done attacking. And then we end up with cohort A. They're the only ones who attack in round 4. So what happens here? Cohort A, their job now is to get 3 stars on all of the people in cohort B who hadn't been 3-starred yet. So everyone from here up, they go through and they nail these guys. And at the end of that, we've still got a few people who haven't used their second attack yet. And so they're going to use that second attack to get some 3 stars on people in cohort A, and maybe a couple of stars on the people who hadn't been hit yet. All right. So the goal is, by doing it in this way, we have a coordinated attack. Our first guys are scouts. Our second people come in and get the 3 stars. Our top people get 3 stars on everybody. And the goal is everybody below like number 5 or 6 in their clan has 3 stars on them, and the people above have 2, 1, 0 stars, and we end up with about 80 stars at the end. So let's try this strategy out and see how it works.